And in the end, you know, right now, it doesn't even feel like it's going to have been a positive experience, which I know it was. But, you know, at the same time, because, you know, I can't walk through the kitchen of my own house without being shouted at, insulted, stared at, or ignored entirely, you know? And it's funny because to me, I'm one of the very last people in this house who deserves that. I have been kind and decent. Have I played the game? Yes. Have I ever disputed I was playing the game? No. We're all here for the same purpose. If people, you know, say game things, fine. But being blamed for personal things and things I never did is just a low, crappy-ass way to be treated. I mean, you know, I was just in the thing or whatever, and I was like, I'm not even going to get a hug from anyone goodbye. No one's even going to, you know, whisper a kind word. No one's even going to care. Like your dad said, people will jump up and down and celebrating. And why? I'm probably the one person in the house who's most friends with everyone across the 14. And now, when I leave, it's going to be a big parade and a celebration and a dancing on my grave. I mean, it's sad to me, and I don't think I deserve that. And, you know, the chances that I will leave are obviously quite great right now. You wouldn't blame me. I'm going to try to stay. We all know that. I probably won't even get a word in edgewise with most people, so it doesn't really matter. But, you know, I'm asking you as a courtesy, since you were kind enough to, you know, at least sit down and give me a forum to speak for a few minutes, which no one's been willing to do in days, that, you know, you try and discourage that kind of behavior. I mean, God, I have 24 hours left in the house. At least let me, like, you know, play some golf or something like that, you know, like, don't make me sit on my bed and halfway in tears, you know. I mean, there are people, I mean, you know, at least you're sitting here and saying this to me. There are people I've never, ever, 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 ever done a single thing wrong by. And I'm talking literally, you could document every second of every comment I've ever made in this house. And I've never said an ill word about, ever. Not even in the heat of a moment, not being mad, not being whatever. And those people won't even look at me, or won't even talk to me. And it's not fair. I've been nothing but real and kind and nice and fun to these people and their friends. And if they want to send me home and run to Amber's defense or rally behind, you know, you and your dad's strategic move or the things I'm being set up for or whatever the case may be. But give me the common decency as a human being to, you know, sit down with me and say, I'm really confused. I don't feel safe having you here anymore, but, you know, I've enjoyed myself and, you know, I hope you'll give me a call, like, you know, when this is done. I mean, do you know? I mean, like, seriously. Like, can you imagine me sitting here for the next, whatever, 27 hours or whatever, and like, Jamaica and Jessica aren't even going to, you know, say, I'm sorry it happened this way, or sad to see you go, or anything? I mean, it's very, very disturbing to me. You know, as I'm sure has been asked of you, as has been asked of everyone who's been on the block, I'm sure, blah, 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 blah. You know, I was just asked, well, are you giving up? Are you rolling over and dying? I said, it's not about that. That's not what I need to mend in the next 24 hours. I mean, it's my own personal character that's on the line in my relationships with people that I care about. And I am asking you that, and you know what, if you go and have this conversation with people, all it'll probably result in is your dad coming and cursing me out and saying I'm embarrassing myself and I'm a loser and don't even try it and this is your last stand to try and stay in the house. I can see it coming already, so maybe don't even say a word to anyone. But I am, you know, saying to you, and only you in this conversation right here, this is how I feel. It sucks to feel this way. I don't think I deserve it. And I would not choose to leave this way, and I wouldn't wish it on anyone. And I wish that it wasn't the case. I hope it's not the case. And if it is the case, well, I've said my piece, you know? I'm just going to get a tissue, excuse me. Or is there even a tissue? Nope. Toilet paper.
I think there's a box on this table. I think.
This thing? Empty. Thing. Do you have stuff in here? I don't want to start going through your stuff.
No, I have nothing in there. I don't know where they are. I think they might have taken them. Oh, I have some over here.
Oh. And, you know, the worst part is, and I don't know if you're thinking this right now, I don't know if you would say this, I don't know, whatever. But the worst part is, the way my week is going, you'll go downstairs right now and you'll tell everyone, oh, Eric came up and he's desperate and he's trying this and he started crying and it's pathetic and it's the last trick he has up his sleeve and people will kill me even worse. And if you do that, you do that, but I mean, I'm coming to you.
But you know I'm not my dad.
I know. I'm coming to you person to person. And all I can say is I sincerely hope you don't do that. I wouldn't do it to you.
And you know I wouldn't do it to you, Eric. And honestly, honestly, I'm sorry that it happened this way. And I hope that you believe me. I'm really, really sorry that it did happen this way. And it sucks.
It's not right. It's not right. And people won't have the information that they need to have at the finale, so I'll be treated like shit there. And then I full-heartedly expect, well, maybe not 13, but at least 9 phone calls and emails, you know, about 2 weeks later saying I'm sorry, because that's what I deserve. And as I said, it has nothing to do with the game. I don't really care about the game. I didn't expect to win the game, and especially the way that this particular house and this dynamic was playing out. That's really not the issue at hand here. The issue is I have people who I would have never done anything to, who now think I'm the, you know, Drek of the universe here, and I just don't understand how things get so twisted to that point where, you know, your word is just garbage. I don't, you know, I know I'm just being repetitive at this point, but I guess that's all. I remember the week that you went up on the block, or not even when you were up on the block, but when Jen actually first won HOH. You know, you came over to me and you were like, oh, you know, I'm really scared. Like, this sucks. This is horrible. But then you were able to come off, you know, 2 days later, and, you know, I'm sure that you got a taste of it for 2 days or whatever. But it's a brutal position to be in. It's a brutal position to be in. If you guys don't intend